welcome to the RiSSky Powerhouse. We at it again, and we back one more time, man. I got another special guest in the building with me, my boy Quan, man. Hey, man, we came a long way. It's been, oh boy, what a long ride, man. You feel me? You know what I mean? We seen a lot of things, did a lot of things together. You know what I mean? Hey, let me tell them something about yourself, bro. Just give them a little something.
Yeah, my name is Quan. You go by Quan. From Portsmouth, Virginia. You know, 2 up, 2 down. You know,
you feel me?
I already know. And it's a pleasure to be up here on the podcast, RiSSky Powerhouse. Definitely going up, man. Definitely honored to be here, man.
You know that, my boy. Hey, you told one time, my boy. Hey, we out here. Hey, look, it's good. I mean, have more guests, on the show. More involvement. I'm trying to, get the whole community together. Have everybody, building a conversation every day. Building, a powerhouse. You feel what I'm saying? So, this is what it's all about. Getting more people involved, getting more people. So reach out. Keep those comments coming. Below. Keep the activity going on the Twitter. I'm seeing more activity. On the post that's been going on during the game and live feeds. Keep the Instagram going up. We surpassed 1,000 followers a couple of days ago. So,
yes, sir.
Is eat.
Yes, sir. Eat.
You know what I mean?
Gotta eat.
But yeah, I'm appreciative though. I'm humble. We joke about it and all those things. But like I told y'all in all of the other videos, I'm thankful. I'm humble. It's a really a pleasure. An honor. To be able to be the guy to bring this content to you all. How y'all want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm serving up the streets, man. Giving the streets what they want to hear. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do, man.
Streets
they calling, man. Hey, look.
They calling.
Now they're trying to get dropping these EPs, man. Like Wayne, like Wayne in the 2000s. You feel me? No, but like I said, man, quality, consistent content is what I'm trying to bring you guys. I'm just trying to keep building it up. And with you guys, with all of you guys support, is the reason why. We've been going as far as we have. So, keep up the consistent support, keep sharing the videos, keep the comments coming below, keep the likes coming, and I'm appreciating all of those things. I see all of those things. We did the jersey giveaway. We heading into Christmas. We might have a holiday giveaway coming up, or we might do something for the new year, different things, different options, that we can weigh out just depending upon how strong y'all coming, you know what I mean? So, keep that coming. And, we had a long recap last night. Me and my man, we had the 3 monitors up.
Oh, yeah.
Locked in from 7 till past midnight. We was watching every game, and we was trying to, really digest everything we were seeing because, we're basketball guys, at the end of the day. Like I said, we wanted to be as accurate as possible, with the video, for you guys, for you all, for all of y'all that watch the game, not just y'all box score watchers out there. For the people that watch the game, we wanted to give y'all, an accurate, detailed analysis of every game that we seen. So we was able to have close eyes on 6 games. And, starting off the night with Miami and Orlando, Miami still without Jimmy Butler, still without Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
They've been fighting, with a lot of undrafted players, bro.
Yeah, they've been up a few games, probably about 4 or 5 games or so. So, yeah, they've definitely been fighting. But they've been upholding it for sure. From what I've been seeing from Miami, they've definitely been upholding it for sure. So, definitely a good night for them tonight against the Orlando Magic. Without, of course, your leader in Butler and your big in Adebayo. So definitely a good win tonight for sure.
I just feel like Kyle Lowry, man, what he does as a veteran, can't be understated. Can't go, unnoticed, giving you 15 assists tonight. He had 5 turnovers, but, 15 assists. He only took 6 shots.
Turn by the clock.
Turn by the clock. He out there with a lot of undrafted players, a lot of young players, role players. Dwayne Dedmon and PJ Tucker, both in double figures tonight, both over 50% tonight. So what that let you know? That ball popper, 15 assists. You have some. You have some. You have some. You have some. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But yeah, man, Struz gave you 32 off the bench. That was huge.
Yeah, good game.
With Orlando, they're a fun team to watch when Cole Anthony's out there. You know what I mean? You put me on to Cole Anthony early in the year when he started going crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Young buck.
I'm telling you, really trying to spread his wings. But, Franz Wagner, he's another young guy who's proven that, he can be a good player in the league someday. And I don't watch him unless Cole Anthony out there. I don't really like to dig into the Orlando Magic. Like I said, unless Cole out there. Cole, he just have like an energy about him. He just seemed like, he understands that he's on a bad team or whatever. But he just want to win, you know what I mean? He actually shows effort to try to get wins.
Definitely a project of his father, for sure.
His father, give the people a little back. So who Greg played for?
Yeah. Mark Anthony, New York Knicks, of course, man. Played with the New York Knicks with Patrick Ewing back in the 90s. Great player.
Bro, Greg Anthony, man, tough, scrappy, you know, undersized,
defender,
you know, taking screens, you know, reaching. Give me that. Spamming X, spamming square, spamming. But nah, you know, let's switch it on over to you know, a top 3 MVP candidate in most people's eyes. You know, according to a lot of the mid-season MVP ladders and all those things. You know, Jokic, you know, he's been really putting on a clinic, bro.
My God, yeah, I'm definitely a fan.
That's your number 1 guy right now, ain't
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Jokic, man. I've been talking about this man since probably 2017.
I can attest that this man was on Jokic when Jokic averaged 19 points and 10 rebounds and 7 assists, bro. I remember that.
Yeah.
They missed the playoffs that year. They lost to Butler and Carl Anthony Towns and those boys in the very last game of the year.
And that following year, that's when Jokic really came up and showed
56
the player,
wins.
Yeah, the player that he could really be. Yeah, definitely kudos to the Nuggets for that win tonight.
Bro, he played 26 minutes and gave you 20 and 10, 7 assists, 3 steals, and shot 67% from the field. Do y'all know that Jokic right now is shooting 59% from the field, 39% from 3, and 80+% from the free throw?
Efficient across the board.
Across the board. Leading the league in PER.
And as a center, we haven't seen a center show this type of efficiency since we can arguably say what? Dirk?
Yeah. Dirk, and even with Dirk wasn't shooting 58% from the field.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't getting those twos as much as, you know, he had to fade away and all. He had to stretch 3.
Definitely 40% from the 3 for sure.
I think
as far as 50%,
I think Jokic is just a better close to the rim post player than Dirk was.
Oh, for sure.
I think Dirk was probably better in space, like away from the rim. Probably, but no, it's an argument that he really wasn't. He's not.
I was about to say that because Dirk definitely, you know what I'm saying? Dirk definitely had a bag, just like, you know, how Jokic's got a bag as well. So, you know, but Jokic is definitely taking more advantage due to the fact that he is missing a key player, Jamal Murray, and a few other pieces. So
Mike Porter, boy, that was tough. That's a tough L.
Yeah, that's definitely bad. I'm not even sure when's the coming about when he's coming back. But, hopefully, you know, they'll uphold this level. Definitely uphold this level.
Bro, and then, you know, they're sitting at 15 and 14 in the West right now, you know, and to switch it over to Atlanta, you know, a lot of people expected Atlanta to come in and make a push. You know, they made a nice playoff run last year, you know, new assistant coach Nate McMillan. You know, they're trying to establish some type of defensive culture. You know, even though DeAndre Hunter got hurt early in the year, they were trying to see what Hunter and Cam Reddish could bring to the team. You know, we still have high expectations. You know, they had a lottery pick in on Onyeka Okongwu. You still have Cam Reddish in the lineup with Danilo Gallinari, a good vet, Lou Williams, a good vet, Gordy Zhang, a good vet. You still have Solomon Hill, so their bench is a nice veteran bench. They have a couple of young guys off the bench. But they have a lot of young talent in the starting lineup with Trey, with John, you know, with Herter. And their expectation has risen. So with the expectation being higher, are they underachieving right now, or are they doing what we expected?
I mean, well, in my opinion,
they're 14 and 15 right now. They're not a guaranteed playoff spot.
Not to reflect back on last season, but they definitely were in a position like this, you know, sometime last season.
Right.
But I do expect for them to, you know, kind of get out the grimes of it. Sometime after All-Star weekend, things looking kind of slow right now for them due to the fact of, you know, COVID protocol and things of that nature, you know. But I definitely still got high hopes for the Atlanta Hawks. Definitely see them being a playoff team for sure. And Trae Young, you know, being their leader, you know what I'm saying. As long as there's no injury or no you know, mishaps on behalf of that nature, I feel like, you know, the Hawks got a pretty good chance of definitely having a prosperous season for sure.
I hope so, man. But you know, I'm not really sure. You know, there's a lot of teams in the East right now, you know, that's right in the middle. You know, you got some young teams that's rising. You know, the Knicks underachieving a lot. You know, the Indiana Pacers probably underachieving based on what people thought they could possibly be. The Boston Celtics are hovering around 500, dealing with injuries and COVID protocols and all those types of things. There's a lot of things going on in the Eastern Conference that make it a tight race. And if you end up in that play-in spot, you know, even if you are in the 7 or the 8, you know, the 9 and the 10 is like a terrible spot to be. You know, you lose one game and you're done. You know what I mean? So with the Hawks being one of those teams that could possibly be in that 9-10 spot, I just don't, you know, I like to see them in the playoffs because they was definitely a young, scrappy, you know, team with Trae Young stepping up. He had 34 and 10 tonight. You know, we're not going to poo-poo the 34 and 10. He had a great game, you know what I mean? Sure. However, you know, it wasn't enough for his team to win. He had 6 turnovers. You know, we got to talk about that. You know, there's a lot of things you got to do better, you know. But when we switch it over to a point guard, another point guard who had 6 turnovers tonight, you know, Curry brought back the 30 tonight. The Curry 30. But he gave you 5 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal. He had 6 turnovers. He also fouled out with 6 fouls. He shot 8 for 21. That's still under the level of what we expect from Steph Curry. Yeah. We assumed that he was chasing the record, so he was taking a lot of bad shots recently. Yeah. But I expect him to get out of this slump, man. You think he'll get out of it soon?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as of right now, I feel like Curry's definitely kind of still going along with the reins of how the season's still early and things of that nature. They're definitely a good ranking far as where their team is and things of that nature. I feel like they'll definitely still be able to prosper. Celtics definitely wasn't a slouch tonight. They definitely put them in a dog cage tonight.
They gave them a fight, but at the end of the day, the Celtics got the same record as the Atlanta Hawks.
Understood. That's understood.
And they have two pieces that we expect to step up to the plate, whereas the Hawks only have one. John Collins is a good player, but Trae Young showed to be dynamic. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have shown to be dynamic. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I don't trust either one of them. Definitely not the Celtics.
Yeah, I understand. I feel like the Celtics maybe need, a little bit more glue, things like that. Maybe the coach, and Brad Stevens maybe need to talk to him more and things of that nature, for sure. Because in the second half, alone, between Tatum and Brown, I think they had, 30 combined, So they need a little bit more throughout their bench, throughout the depth that they have, what's available. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah, Marcus Smart gave him a great game tonight. 19 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. 6 for 12 from the field. That's a great game. You're not going to get that too often from Marcus Smart. And I understand they were playing the Golden State Warriors, which is a high level competition. But we still expect wins. But at the end of the day, these guys went to 4 or 5 conference finals recently and all those things. We know they retooled the team, but they still have the core of Smart, the core of Tatum, the core of Brown. They have those guys still setting the tone for what the team once was. They should be able to bleed what they've learned as young guys. And, now that they're grown men, we expect grown man things.
Yeah.
Not kids anymore. Not kids anymore.
I feel it, man. But I feel like they'll be okay, man.
I'm not taking my belt off no more.
Yeah,
you should know what to do. By now, I need you to know what to do. We took our belt off for the first 2 years. Jaylen Brown, your first 3 years. Tatum, your first 2 years. Yeah. We're not taking the belt off no more. We expect you to know what to do.
Yeah. And with that being said, I definitely, picking back on what you said, I definitely agree with everything you said. But I feel like for the most part, long as, in the second guy of Jaylen Brown, I feel like as long as they stay healthy, I feel like their chances were at least, scratching with an 8 for 7 seed and be able to prosper and go from there.
Bro, man, hopefully, bro. But yeah, man, the Milwaukee Bucks, they out there still without Giannis, who's still in the protocols. They gave all they could, but they just came up short to the New Orleans Pelicans, who's been a terrible team thus far this season. Early in the year they didn't have Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. Yeah. And now they have Brandon back, and he's giving his all, and they got a win, and big win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Drew Holiday career high 40 points. He took 36 shots to get it. Now usually I would poo-poo a player for shooting 36 shots. Only having 4 free throw attempts. That shows me that he's taking a lot of jump shots. However, he shot 50% and played 44 minutes, which let me know he's trying to do all he can. He's trying to give his team what he can. The Milwaukee Bucks gave Drew Holiday a 4-year, $135 million extension that a lot of people said may have been, a lot of Skrilla. Too much Skrilla. Too much paper for a brother that ain't proved much. We know what he is as a player, but in terms of what he achieved within being that player, it wasn't much before he got that money. You know what I mean?
For sure, I definitely agree.
He proved himself with AD. We know who he was defensively, the ability to get 23-level score and all of those things, facilitate the offense. But, in terms of what he did as a player, what he accomplished being that player, it wasn't a lot. And $135 million was taking the risk and getting the championship and seeing him, step up and, give his all to the team when the star player's out. That shows that contract is paying dividends for that franchise.
Okay. I definitely understand. In my opinion, I feel like Drew Holiday gave it his all tonight. He definitely had a season high and as well a career high. 40. Yeah, so definitely kudos to that man, Drew, even though they did lose tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans, for sure.
Yeah, man, Brandon Ingram, 6 for 16. He could have shot better, but, he had 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. And he gave you 22 points. So, shout outs to Brandon Ingram.
Glad to see him.
Big shout out to Valanciunas. Valanciunas was shipped off from Memphis. He been in New Orleans. I want to see Valanciunas, be one of the pieces that gets sold at the deadline. The New Orleans Pelicans right now are 10-21 after tonight's win. And, right now they're fighting for a lottery spot. DeAndre Graham, Gave him 8 for 12 from 3. Every shot he took today was a 3-pointer. He had 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, 3 steals, and 1 turnover, which is a great game. But we know he's highly inconsistent. You know, he's not one of the players that, you know, you're targeting to be one of those players that can possibly, you know, raise the level of your team if you're a young lottery team. So,
yeah, for sure.
you know, with Zion, you know, having more setbacks in his injuries, and you know, you probably gonna just watch this season. You know, if it was me at the deadline, you know, I'm trying to, you know, move Valanciunas, maybe even Devontae Graham or Josh Hart. You know, try to pile up some picks. You know, maybe get a young player in return like a Cam Reddish, maybe, or something of that nature. You know, you never know. What you can get out of those young players, or what you can get moving forward when you know your team is fully healthy. But right now, you need to try to probably get another top 10 pick, top 5 lottery pick, because you know you're competing for that spot. Because you know you're not a really good team, but you can get something for Valanciunas, who's in the aspiring deal. You know, you can get something for a Josh Hart, who you know had 15 rebounds a night, average almost 8 rebounds as a guard. You know, a shooting guard. You know, Devontae Graham. He could be a good backup guard on a competitive team, you know, who can stretch the 3, who can facilitate the second unit, things of that nature, you know. But, you know, I just don't see a lot moving going forward for the New Orleans Pelicans, you know, for the rest of this season. You see any hope?
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I don't see any hope for them, but it was definitely a good win for them guys tonight. I'm definitely glad to see Brandon Ingram back out there. He definitely missed the majority of the season. Glad to see him back out there. Definitely be able to piggyback off of what Valanciunas has been trying to uphold for the Pelicans this season. Not sure when Zion's coming back. Haven't heard too much word about that.
Well, they say he had a setback in his injury 2 days ago, so he said another 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
he's done. That's 2 months. 2 months is gonna push us to what, January? Well, it's December already. That's gonna push us to what, Valentine's Day, All Star. By the time we get to All Star, they're gonna be they're 10 and 21 right now.
Yeah,
they'll probably be 15 and 40. By then, they're going to say, yeah, we're not going to play them.
Well, they still got B.I., so, you know, they still may be a little bit better, but, hey, I definitely understand
Would you be surprised if the New Orleans Pelicans, over the next 20 games, go 5 and 15?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
That will put them at 15 and 36.
Yeah.
There's no chance for a play-in. There's no future in that.
Yeah,
you might as well fight for the bottom.
Yeah.
Try to get a lottery pick. Top pick.
They definitely got a good win tonight. For sure.
For sure. Clap it up, man.
Shout out to the Pelicans.
Hey, man, let's not snoop poo-poo on Grayson Allen, man. Grayson Allen had a decent game today. I'm going to get a quick word in for him. He had 27, you know. Grayson been, you know, playing big all year with Middleton being out for time, with Drew Holiday being out for time. You know, Giannis had a lot of time this season where he was playing with just Grayson and Bobby being his supporting cast in terms of impact players. And, you know, although they was 500, you know, without Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, you know, they held up the ship, and when those guys got back, they ran off 8 in a row. You know what I mean? So Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis, they started off 11-0 before they lost 1 game together. So you know, that just shows you that it was just a matter of health and you know, a matter of rhythm. You know, Grayson Allen and Bobby Porter, shout out to you guys for the first 20 games. Y'all held the fort down, bro. Y'all deserve y'all contracts.
He's cashing out on threes tonight, boy. I tell you that much.
Hey, man.
He was cashing.
White Mamba.
He was cashing.
White Mamba. But yeah, let's switch it over, man, to a team that we were talking about earlier, 21 straight playoff appearances or 22 straight playoff appearances or whatever the case was. Yeah. You know, the San Antonio Spurs have been a franchise that me and you, you know, me and this guy, we've been talking ball since about 2015, man. When I say we've been talking ball, I mean we've been talking, you know, predicting young players that then came through for us. You know, I was talking about guys like Malik Beasley when they was on the bench in Denver. And then when he get traded to Minnesota and averaged 19 points, you know, one of the guys, he was talking about Jokic being an MVP. And I'm telling him, no way. This Jokic winning 42, 43, 44 games, Jokic. This before he averaged 20, you know. And I'm like, no way. And this guy was surely right, you know what I mean? It's a lot of ball that we've seen. We watched the 2016 Finals Game 7 together. We watched that game live. We watched Kyrie hit that step back on the right wing, cash out live. You know what I mean? It's a lot of basketball that we've seen. You know, there's a lot of disappointments we've seen with free agents and trades and
snubs.
Oh my God, when we talk snubs, you know what I mean? It's a lot of different stuff that we've seen. You know what I mean? And pretty much we know how each other think. You know, when it comes to how we do things basketball wise, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, the San Antonio Spurs, they got a win tonight over the Utah Jazz by 2 points. They put up 128 tonight, you know, had a big fourth quarter, you know. They held off the Jazz, man. They had a big third quarter, held off the Jazz in the fourth. You know, big win for the San Antonio Spurs. They're 11-17 right now. Do I have faith in them making a push? No. But like we said about the Pelicans, they got a good win tonight.
Got a good win
Keldon
tonight.
Johnson, man, 24 points on 10 for 13, highly efficient. DeJounte Murray, who was once an all-defensive player, you know, he tore his ACL. You know, he returned from that. This is second year back off of the ACL. 16, 11, and 11. And what I tell y'all in video 3, my third episode, or was it my fourth episode? Was it my third? Man, whatever episode it was, man. Hey, look, I told y'all, man, that I watch young players. I watch offensive rebounds because when you get 4 offensive rebounds as a guard, that shows me effort. That shows me energy. You know, you only turn the ball over twice. That let me know you're thinking about the plays that you're making. You know, you're focused on making sure you make the right play. You know, get the ball to that wing, get the ball to that corner, shoot that mid-range when it's available, get to the rim. You know, DeJounte Murray is long. You know, he have long arms. He's quick. And, you know, only turning the ball over twice tonight, having 11 assists, 2 steals and a block. You know, that's impressive from a young player, man. So I look forward to him keep, you know, still growing. I hope he keeps growing. I hope whenever the Spurs make a move, I expect the Spurs to make a move eventually somehow.
Yeah,
with all of these young guys, you know, I hope they don't stay down, man. I've been used to seeing the Spurs successful my entire life, literally. You know, I was born in 1996. You know, the Spurs been successful my whole life. Every sight of the Spurs I've seen up until now have been success. So I hope they get back to that, and hopefully when they do that, I hope DeJounte Murray's still there. You know what I mean? He's a good player.
Definitely a great young player for sure. Definitely see a bright future for him. Definitely for sure.
Yes, sir. And old Donnie Mitch still chucking up threes, man. 3 for 11 tonight, 27 points. He was 10 for 23 overall. He was 3 for 11 from 3. And one thing I always say about Donovan Mitchell is, you know, being an undersized 2 guard, you got to put an emphasis on making sure you can make plays for your teammates. You know, if you're just a black hole player, you know, that usually takes your offense. It put a cap on how good your team can be. And when I watch Utah, you know, it's hard for me to watch them because they shoot so many threes. And Gobert is an automatic finisher. You know, he's not a player that you can post up and he's Hakeem Olajuwon where he's up and under and dream shaking and all of those things. But when he put those hands high, you know what I mean?
You got to feed him the ball.
He only had 8 shots tonight. This man is finishing at 73% for the season. Why is he not getting 10 shots a night? And I put that on the coach, and I put that on the player who have the ball in his hand the most. And that's Donovan Mitchell. Mike Conley should not be the only player looking for Gobert all night.
Donovan Mitchell, you got to unlock that big. You got to unlock that big. You got to feed him. And he at least got to take about 11 to about 13, 14 shots a game.
For sure.
He's definitely efficient. So we definitely got to go out there and feed that big. Maybe if we got that big, go out there and Gobert to get at least 9 to 10 more shots. You know what I mean? Or however, maybe they would have got, the win tonight.
Well, 9 shots is a lot. You know, 9 shots is a lot. Right now, he had about 7.5. If he gets 11 a shot, I want to say 10 just to get the double figures. But really, if Gobert got 11 shots a game, he's finishing 8 shots, let's say, at 73%. I would rather him finish 11 shots at 68%.
Okay.
You know, he averaging 14 points. He could be averaging 19 points. He shot 6 for 8 from the free throw tonight. He had 8 free throw attempts, which lets me know, okay, you know, he got to the line a couple times. So he maybe out of the 8 shots, he really took 12, but he got fouled, you know. But, you know, if he get into the free throw line, no matter how inefficient he is, he putting people in foul trouble. He putting pressure on the defense. He forcing people to not be able to play how y'all lost in the playoffs last year. Are y'all understanding that do y'all understand that y'all lost because y'all settled for threes and allowed a 23-point meltdown because y'all wasn't feeding the big? Now, people say that Gobert was a problem on defense with the threes and all that stuff when they were spreading out, but he was on the court when they got up 23.
He was there, and he was definitely getting them stops for sure, and grabbing them boards and cleaning up that glass for sure.
Cleaning up that glass, and he had 4 offensive rebounds tonight. You know, it's just hard for me to watch Utah, man. It's just hard for me to watch Utah. Man, that boy Dame Dollar, no CJ McCollum, no problem, man. They was up by 30 this game, you know. They pretty much got to the second half and just managed. They put up 81 points in the first half, you know, explosive. Dame Lillard, 12 for 19, 43 points, 8 assists, and a steal. He had 3 turnovers, which is pretty good, you know, considering the volume. 13 for 14 from the field and 6 for 11 from 3. You know, that's fairly impressive. You know, Dame Lillard, you know, he started off the season slow. You know, he started off the season ugly. Started off the season muddy.
But they definitely shot a franchise high 16 made threes in the half. would cash in tonight for sure.
Yeah, but that was an exciting game to watch down the stretch. You know, we kind of started ignoring it through the middle of it when they was down. But, you know, Charlotte, you know, they tried to fight back. You know, right now Charlotte is 16-15 with the loss. You know, that lets you know they're better than two teams we named earlier, the Celtics and, you know, the Hawks, which were two teams that were expected to be competitive playoff-wise. So, you know, the Charlotte was one of my teams that I had in the top 8. So I hope they continue to keep it up with Ball coming back today. You know, Ball gave him 27, 5, and 4. You know, 11 for 17 from the field. Great game. 3 for 5 from 3. You know, they lost the game because of their top 2 scorers, you know, were terrible. Basically, you know, Gordon Hayward being 2 for 8 from the field. You only take 8 shots. You just had 41 the other day. You know, he had 41 points the other day. Why do you only take 8 shots tonight? You know, you got to be more aggressive, Gordon Hayward. Rozier, 1 for 10. You got to get to the rim a little more, man. You got to be more creative on how you get to the free throw line. You didn't have any free throw attempts. You know, you're trying to be a 20-point scorer. You got to make it a duty to get to the free throw line twice a game. You know what I mean? That's 4 free throw attempts. You know, that's 4 free points. Kelly Oubre, shouts out to you. You've been playing well, man, since guys been in and out the lineup. You had 18 off the bench tonight. You know, Kelly made a statement about the Golden State Warriors a couple of days ago, and he said, you know, when you have a system that's revolving around one player, it's hard for other players to get in rhythm. He said, you know, the media praises, you know, the team play that the Warriors have, but with the ball movement that they have is oriented around one person. And basically, you know, a lot of people try to take what he said out of context. You know how they do. You know, spin him like he said something wrong. But he said when you set a screen and then you got to go set another screen and then you set another screen and then you set another screen. He said, every play, I'm not there really to, you know, score. I'm there to set screens, really. And that's pretty much my job. But people don't see that. And, you know, it's hard to get in rhythm when, you know, you really don't know when you're going to get the ball. You know, he said here in Charlotte, he's flourishing because he had more opportunity to touch the ball, man. So, you know, shouts out to him. You know, people were slandering his name when he was in Golden State, but we got to remember Kelly Oubre averaged 18 points in Phoenix the season before Chris Paul came. You know, when they went 8-0 in the bubble, Kelly Oubre was helping with Devin Booker.
He was Devin Booker.
It was Devin Booker, Oubre, and Ayton. You know, so we got to remember that, man. Put some respect on that man name. That man proved he's a good player. You know, in the league. You know, shouts out to Memphis. You know, I've put a lot on the Memphis Grizzlies, man, since I've been recording, man, you know, but it just seemed as if they went on a hot streak as soon as the show started, as soon as the channel started, you know, but once again, Desmond Bane, man, ask this man when I brought up Desmond Bane. I talked about Desmond Bane long before this season. Long before this season. He was coming off the bench last year.
Last year.
As a rookie.
About a year ago,
Bruh, I've been on Desmond Bane, bro, way before now. I just knew he needed opportunity. He was growing. He showed the flashes when you watch him.
Now he's getting the opportunity to be able to show that skill and show that he's able to you know, be a great basketball player in this league. Definitely shout out to that boy Desmond Baines, man, for sure.
Big body. 6'5".
Definitely was telling me about him a long time ago.
So
that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely been having a good season for sure.
Your boy Dylan Brooks getting back in the rhythm too. He know, he just got back in the rotation about 5, 6, 7 games ago. You know, he 23 points tonight, 10 for 20, you know, aggressive.
Bulldog.
Hey, that's what they call him, right? He was guarding LeBron. They call that man the Bulldog. You know, the mediocre, putrid, you know, average. Every word you want to put for right in the middle, that's what the Sacramento Kings are. It seems like, you know, they can I just don't see a future with the Kings, man.
And they got rid of Luke Walton. It just seems like, you know, they still can't really.
Well, one thing, you can't really blame the coach at this point. You know, when you put a new coach in place, you got to give him at least 2 years to get a couple of young players or get a couple of roster changes, you know, that benefit the style that he want to implement. Right now, he's running with Luke Walton's roster, so can't really put too much on the coach right now. He's working with what he got. Chimezie Metu, good game from a young player. You know, 18 points and 11 rebounds from the rookie, a steal and 2 blocks. You know, that's a good game. He played 36 minutes. But, you know, Harrison Barnes, 5 for 16, you know, 20 points. You know, that's not going to cut it. You know, no De'Aaron Fox. So, you know, you really can't expect too much from him. But De'Aaron Fox haven't been playing well all year anyway. And when you consider the Memphis Grizzlies don't have Ja, I guess you could say that, you know, a little bit take from a little bit take. And, you know, the biggest upset of the night, seriously, bro, it's like, man, I hate the Kings. I don't know what it is about the Kings, bro, but it's just like my whole life, it's just like they've been making bad decisions.
I mean, I feel like the best version of the Kings that was seen, pretty much too young to even see it.
Bro, Shaq, do y'all understand that when Shaq was dominant, I was only like knowing Shaq because of like his shoes. He was like big. He was like Shaq. He was like a celebrity. He wasn't even a basketball player. I was a kid. I was like 5, 6. you know, by the time, you know, Shaq was on his back end when I started really understanding what I was watching. You know, Kobe, LeBron, Kevin Garnett in Boston, that was when I really started understanding basketball, like really being able to watch the game and know exactly the players, being able to, you know, all of that stuff. So, you know, big shouts out, man, to that era of basketball, man. That era of Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Baron Davis, Andre Kirilenko, Darren Williams, you know, Carlos Boozer, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Jason Kidd, Wally Zerbiak, you know, Lindsey Hunter,
Sam Cassell.
Defense. Sam Cassell, come on, man. Yeah, shouts out to that era of basketball, man. That's the era I grew up on, man. That was a great defensive era as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But the biggest upset of the night, man, came from a bunch of players who was probably drafted in that era. These old geezers, the Lakers, man. These geezers just can't figure out how to run with these young cats, man. These young fellas is. We expect, you know, you can't expect it from an old team. But, dog, they just 16 points in the first quarter, 20 points in the third quarter.
They just can't get it together, man. I think they'll be better throughout the season, but I think right now, for the next few games or so, they're going to be kind of in and out on the whole winning and losing tip, in my opinion.
They're 16-14 right now. With this loss today, that put them at, 6-4 in their last 10.
Yeah.
You know, with LeBron coming back, you know, averaging nearly 30 points, you know, he had a terrible game today. If you ask me, 5 for 13, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. You know, it's crazy to say that that's a terrible game, but the dude, man, he got a higher level that he can get to, man.
Sure.
92 points as a team. He seemed disinterested.
Yeah, definitely was thinking it up tonight. Definitely expecting more from the King, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell, and Vanderbilt definitely took over the game this time around. Definitely expected more from the Lakers. Too bad we had in and out, you know, due to Anthony Davis being out. I guess he injured his ankle.
Man, the game was over before all of that anyway. That's an excuse. We watched the whole game. That's an excuse. They was getting ran out of the gym from the beginning. Karl Anthony Towns screaming all the 80 face. He's screaming all in the man's face. He dunking, rebounding. He talking to himself like it's like he was channeling inner Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Like it's like that Timberwolves. Like I know I'm not gonna have no help out here. I know I gotta win it on my own. I know I gotta. He had 28 points tonight, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 3 blocks. Only 2 turnovers. 11 for 20 from the field. 2 for 6 from 3. 4 for 5 from the free throw.
Yes, sir,
3 offensive rebounds. He was showing effort all night. Screaming in their face, clapping, talking, beating his chest.
With that motivating, boosting morale with your teammates around you, bro. Letting them know that no matter what, they was going to win the game. But lo and behold, they won tonight's game.
And you know who that fuel? You know players that fuel? You screaming. You all in everybody's face. A player like Patrick Beverly. Yep. I spoke about Pat Beverly in a couple videos ago. The man had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, a block, and no turnovers.
Pat Bev, veteran guard.
Veteran guard, man.
Yes,
you know, he had an offensive rebound. The man 6'2". You know, he one of the older players on the Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the veterans that we expect, you know, to ignite a mentality in these young, talented players. You know, you need the production from the young players because they're the guys that's going to carry the team. Karl Anthony Towns, D'Lo Russell. You know, they didn't have Anthony Edwards tonight, but, you know, Anthony Edwards would be in that conversation. You know, but, you know, guys like Patrick Beverly, Taurean Prince, Malik Beasley, those guys are brought in with the expectation to be able to show these guys the mentality of, you know, how to really grit and grind.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
You know, the Lakers, man, win 1, lose 1. Win 2, lose 2. Win 1, lose 1. So, man, hopefully they can get a streak going. You know, my guy LeBron, man, I hate to see him like this. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when he down, everybody kick him.
The king.
You know, they kick him when he down, you know, so hope my man's find a way to get up. Get up, you know.
They'll be kicking him when he down, man.
They kick him when he down, bro.
That's not true.
They kick him when he
down,
bro.
Man.
That is true. That is true. Man. He washed. He done. He this. He that. He got to prove himself. He the only player that got to prove himself every year.
In my opinion, I feel like old man Braun still got it. I just feel like maybe some of that effectiveness got a little shaved off by, you know, by the age. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, tomorrow we got a 7-game slate, you know. Saturday, you know, we probably kick it. You know, we kicked it tonight. I'm not sure about the plans for tomorrow, how I'm going to go about watching the games. But, you know, it's a 7-game slate, you know. I just hope looking at these games, maybe the best game on the slate is Cleveland-Milwaukee. Cleveland been playing great. You know, Washington plays Utah, but Washington been terrible as of late.
Yeah.
So
Washington
I don't expect much from them, bro.
Yeah. I still feel like they'll maybe be a little bit more prosperous further on throughout the season, but yeah, they definitely been staking it up the past few games for sure.
Bro, you feel me? Like when you take a look at the standings, bro, like in the Eastern Conference, do you see anybody like making a jump? You know, I told you in the beginning of the season that Charlotte was gonna be a top 8 team. I told you that. And they sitting at 6. You know, LaMelo just got back, Rozier just got back last game. So, you know, I expect them to, make a push more so towards Miami than to fall towards Washington.
Believe it or not, one team that I specifically truly been looking at, as far as in the East, a team that hasn't really been talked about this season, in my opinion, I feel like the Miami Heat. Of course, we got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo out, but before them fellas was out, but they was definitely on a run that I feel like they were good enough to definitely be able to prosper and
right.
You know what I'm saying, definitely have a better run than what they've been having right now. But I feel like when them guys get back, I feel like they may be able to push forward, you know what I'm saying, get through the playoffs and maybe be able to push another run and get to the finals again. So in my opinion,
well, you might as well slap my skin here now, bro. Pinch me, bro. Am I woke?
I feel like if you look at how the team was constructed earlier throughout the season and how they came in with the new player in Kyle Lowry and things of that nature, and Tyler Hero erupting off the bench, I do feel like they have a good chance of maybe being a threat to even getting out the East.
Okay, they're in the 5 seed right now, so they got the 4-5 matchup. Let's say the playoffs start today. They got Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Everybody healthy. I think they'll beat Cleveland. I think Cleveland might win one game, but they're too inexperienced. Right? Mm-hmm. Boom. The second round, they'll have the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Yeah.
With Kyrie, Harden,
and
KD,
Durant.
Aldridge, Bruce Brown,
Mills,
Patty.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of weapons.
I know Miami set up for a grit and grind, bro, but I don't know, bro, if they up there with Milwaukee. Milwaukee ran off 11 straight, bro, when Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton got back in the lineup, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, they were shaky in terms of health in the first 10 games or so, but after that, them dudes, they ran off 11 straight, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely get what you're saying, but like I said, we can't really depict it too much right now due to the fact that we do got Jimmy Butler and Bam out. So
I'm just saying, that's tough. Yeah. That's tough.
Hey, we will
championship
see.
Ryan?
We will see when they come back healthy. I think them guys definitely got a chance to at least be a threat to get into, conference finals and jumping out the conference.
Depending on seeding, they could possibly get to the conference final. I can give you that much, but boy, the championship, boy, that's tough. That's tough, man. Hey, man,
but that's definitely one team I definitely been looking at.
You got any sleepers? You got any sleepers in the young players? Any young players that you've been peeping on the lottery teams or anything like that in the East?
One player I definitely particularly been looking at.
Put him out there. Get him out there. Let the folks.
Like I said, for sure, Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's definitely been having a great season this year. I feel like he's definitely possibly runner-up for 6th Man of the Year.
Runner-up? He should be the head guy.
Should be the head guy. Unless of course anybody else takes the chance and erupt for that team or anything like that. Tyler Hero's definitely been specifically have my eye on as far as Eastern Conference, things like that.
Yeah, that boy, they say white man can't jump. That boy got a package.
Fly to the gym.
That boy got the package like Kobe came through.
Yeah.
He be taking them jump shots. Pressure jump shots. Tough jump shots.
Yeah. And definitely showing defense for sure. A lot better defensive year than it has been for last year and things like that. So definitely shout out to that boy, Tyler Hero.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to that boy Cade, man. Cade Cunningham, I know you're on the worst team in the East right now. Y'all only got 4 wins, bro. But keep rounding out your game, bro. I see you, man. You're getting in rhythm. I told people you came off injury. You didn't have a good chance at a consistent training camp. You didn't have a consistent preseason. You're a rookie player in the league. Man, keep doing your thing, man. Your opportunity coming around one day, bro. Yeah. Right now, you got to just build your game. No Jeremy Grant. You got the floor, bro. You got the ball. Yeah. Let's see something.
Yeah.
Let's see something. Just like Cole Anthony in Orlando, like we mentioned earlier. What about the West, man? You got any, what you think about the West, man? Who we know Golden State, man. We know Golden State. We know the Lakers. People talk about all that. But who you think got a chance to make a run that nobody really have faith in?
I would say Phoenix, of course. Phoenix. I definitely feel like Phoenix would definitely prosper and still continue to be the better of the teams in the Western Conference, things like that. But my eyes definitely been on the Denver Nuggets. I'm definitely, like I said, a big fan of Nikola Jokic. I definitely feel like with with him, you know what I'm saying, be able to battle through them injuries, and Michael Porter Jr. and hopefully sometime around we'll get Jamal Murray back. Hopefully we'll be able to move forward from there.
Bruh. Man, what about your sleepers, bro? Because you know me, man. I picked the Lakers to come out the West. I picked the Bucks to come out the East, man. Those my picks preseason. I'm going to stick to them all year, bro. Health, rhythm, look bad, look good. The Lakers winning the championship. I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. I'm putting my flag in the moon.
Oh, God. Yeah. And you're going to stay in space with it. Me personally, I don't think the Lakers.
Don't hold me, bro.
I don't think the Lakers going to win the championship.
Who was your preseason pick? Who was your pick before the season started? When it was 0-0, when everybody had the same record?
Before the season started?
When everybody had the same record, who coming out the West, who coming out the East?
Before the season started, genuinely, it was the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'll stand by that. Definitely coming in with Russell Westbrook, and they got them picks like Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony. They got Dwight back. Got Rondo back. I definitely depicted for the Lakers to be exactly where Phoenix or Golden State is. But they've been the complete, you know what I'm saying, kind of on the bad end. So me personally, I feel like the argument is really between Phoenix and Golden State definitely getting out the West for sure.
Man, what if I told you, that Memphis might be probing for a run?
No Ja?
Oh, no. You gotta have Ja. I'm just saying, you gotta have Ja.
Of course.
You gotta have Ja.
Gotta have Ja.
But we are all underrating the fact obviously they're young. They're in the stage of their careers where this is the learning stage. I don't expect them to win a championship when I say I expect them to make a run. Mm-hmm. But what I mean by that is I expect them to overachieve like the Atlanta Hawks did. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah. These guys, man, been holding this 4 seed all year. Nobody talking about them as a top 4 team. Yeah. They was a playoff team for the last 2 years. They made the playoff last year, got knocked out in the first round against Utah. Mm-hmm. The year before that, they had a better winning percentage than the Portland Trailblazers in the bubble. But the Blazers played one more game than the Grizzlies did. So they had one more win while also having one more loss. But the NBA wanted Dame versus the Lakers instead of the young Grizzlies versus the Lakers. NBA. So they made sure that Dame got in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? NBA. So, and Dame was on fire in the bubble, dropping 50s, 10 threes, 60s, 40s. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? He was going crazy. So, you know how that money sells. But, Memphis been a playoff team for the last 2 years, young. And, Ja, the coach. Big shouts out to, is it Taylor Jenkins? Taylor Jenkins is their coach. Big shouts out to him. He been really, galvanizing his group, implementing a system, bringing in veterans that support what he's trying to do as a coach rather than veterans that's trying to get theirs. Getting his young players in position where they can be productive with the veterans, having the intangible things, bringing intangible things to the team. The Steven Adams of the world, the slow-mo. Slow-mo, that boy, his jumper is like...
Kyle Anderson.
When he's dribbling,
like he got a medicine ball in his hand.
Bro, it's so slow, bro. It's like he get where he want to go.
Yeah.
And he do what he want to do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, that's my sleeper pick, man. It's like Memphis, man. They might be able to get out of a first round, slide into a second round. Somebody get hurt, somebody boom, something happen here, something happen there, and boom.
They've been a threat.
They're in the conference finals.
They've been a threat for the past few years or so. I've definitely, possibly, maybe.
They've just been getting better. That's all I'm saying. They've been getting better, bro.
Yeah.
They've been getting better, and when you think the fact that they've been in the 4 seed, they didn't have Dylan Brooks for the first 15 games. Mm-hmm. Yep. Then as soon as Dylan got back, Ja went down.
Yeah, Ja went down.
So picture when they got Ja, Dylan, Bane, that adds depth. Jaren Jackson Jr. We disrespecting the stretch for that rebounds, that block shots, top 5 rim protector in the league.
Oh yeah,
they got opportunity, bro.
For sure.
The Clippers. I don't expect them to go no higher, no lower. Just because of the fact that they're just a solid group of veterans that play defense, So, but with teams like the Rockets, OKC, that boy Jayshawn Tate, man, big body. He another player that was like Desmond Bane that I look high upon guys like that. I was talking about him last year. just because of, their frame. When you see those guys that's strong, they can defend as rookies. And when you can defend as a rookie, and then you can start to craft that offensive game in the offseason, you start to hit that three more consistent. You start to, attack closeout, finish at the rim. You start to be more aggressive, get more opportunity. Those be the players that, have 15-year careers. When you can defend. You know what I mean?
Last longer, rebound more.
That boy Jay Sean Tate for the Houston Rockets, man, he gonna be in the league for a long time. He remind me of PJ Tucker.
Yeah, interesting. Like young PJ Tucker.
Like he more like a small forward, shooting guard, power forward. Okay. PJ Tucker more like a power forward, small forward, center. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, small ball center.
You know what I mean? I don't think Jay Sean can be a small ball center. But, with that grown man weight come grown man responsibility. PJ won't always built like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe Jay Sean might be able to grow into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, that was the slate last night, man. My boy Quan pulled up. Good show, man. I appreciate him. My man's pulled up. Show some love, man. We locked in. You know how we do. It's the RiSSky Powerhouse. Like I said, leave y'all comments on, all of y'all, what y'all seen from the games last night. Leave some comments on future video ideas. Follow the socials, the Twitters, the Instagram, RiSSky Powerhouse. And, like I told y'all, man, y'all will see me later.